Hi guys, this is Jade-Eyed Wolf from the forums at XDA Developers, and today I am here to talk about this wonderful device. This is Samsung's P6800, also known as the Galaxy Tab 7.7. So I'm just going to do a short little walk around for this wonderful piece of equipment. And as you can see, I've actually put a little Velcro on the back and I'll get to that in a second, but wow, is this fantastic. It's got full metal construction on the back here, except for these parts here at the top where the antennas are. You don't really want metal covering those up. The overall build quality is fantastic. It's very solid. Gorilla Glass on the front, metal on the back, and it is so thin. When I first picked this up out of the box, I was startled by how thin and well built this device actually is, and it is very light. I have a Galaxy Note as well, and with the battery, the Galaxy Note weighs almost about the same as this right here. So it is super thin, super light, very well constructed. You've got your SIM card slot up here, and your micro SD card slot on that side. You got your proprietary connector on the back here, microphone, speakers on the top. You've got another microphone. This actually records stereo audio when you're doing video, and 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the other side, obviously, you've got your power key and your volume rocker. And let's get into this. So, for starters, I have actually decided to do away with Samsung's TouchWiz launcher because, let's be honest, TouchWiz is cool, except that it is laggy as nobody's business. I have instead replaced my home launcher with ADWEX, which, as you can see, is very, very smooth and responsive. And it is quite a joy, and it makes the device just that much more special. So I am currently running on version, if I show you in just a second here, ZSLA2. So that is the current latest version of the firmware. It's still Honeycomb 3.2, but it's still very snappy, very quick. Everything loads very fast. I actually got a chance to get my hands on a Transformer Prime yesterday, and comparatively speaking, at least when it came to just web browsing and doing normal stuff like that, the Transformer Prime is not as smooth as this when it comes to web browsing, and I was actually quite surprised by that. But this is smooth as butter, and it couldn't be more of a joy. Now, a lot of people have asked about whether or not this can function as a phone, and the simple answer to that is yes, it can. Samsung's TouchWiz modification down here has a few shortcut apps, and one of those is the dialer. Now, when you just do it the shortcut way, you can use the dialer as just sort of this window that stays on top of whatever else you're doing, so you can go ahead and still multitask. You can load up your web page and everything still looks just fine, and it's all smooth, but you got the dialer there, and that works inside of itself. But of course, if you want just, to focus on the phone, boom, full phone. There are your contacts, everything's smooth, and couldn't be nicer. And yes, you can use it as a phone. I'm just using it as a speakerphone because, there you go.
Thank you for calling AT&T about your wireless service.
Goodbye, AT&T. I don't like you. I have a love-hate relationship with AT&T, but we'll not go into that. That's kind of getting beyond the point here. So it does actually have an earpiece here at the top. So if you want it to look like a doofus, you can in fact hold this up to your head and use it as a regular phone. But as I just showed, you can use it as a speakerphone instead, or just use Bluetooth. That's probably the best. Other things to note about this device: 2-megapixel camera on the front there for video calls or Skype or whatever, and 3-megapixel camera on the back there, which is capable of 720p HD video recording. This camera is not it's not going to impress. I'll be honest. It kind of sucks. I don't know why Samsung decided to use the 3 megapixel shooter that they've been using in all their Tab series, but I think that's probably the only letdown with this device as a whole. All in all, though, this is my daily driver. I use it. It's very easy to carry around with you, and it just does everything. Oh, that's right. Note about the Velcro on the back here. Well, in my car, I've got matching Velcro strips right in front of my stereo, so whenever I'm in the car, just plonk it up there, and this is my replacement for, well, everything. Radio, GPS, phone, everything. This is my do everything all-in-one device, and it can be yours too. It is a fantastic piece of equipment. I got it from a reseller on eBay out of Singapore, and I think that's currently the only place where you can get that now, apart from a couple other resellers. I think it's all coming from Singapore regardless where you buy it. But yeah, it's expensive. It's about $700 or so, depending on who you buy it from, but it's well worth every penny of it. It is absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, everybody.